Well, Mark, we're back again for another weekly update, and we're coming off the back of a brilliant victory against Basildon United. Fortunately, I wasn't there to view it, but just take the fans and me through what happened and how the team advanced to the next round of the Isuzu FA Vase.
When you Basildon are a much changed team from the start of the season, so we had to look at how they were set up. Michael's come in; he knows a lot of players. They play a certain way, not always direct, but when you go to a pitch like Basildon, like most pitches this season, we're lucky that we have not so much the drainage. We put the sprinklers on so you can see the pitch in the condition it is today. But a lot of pitches haven't got that. They try and do the work pre-season, but then the pitch kind of gets very dry. It was a very bumpy pitch, very dry. You can see that they've tried to put sand down, it hasn't gone through. So I felt that we started the game quite well. We kind of said that we've got to really be on it, in and out of possession. We've got to work hard, move the ball a bit quicker. First half, we tried to overplay a little bit, but the pitch was a pitch that you had to play short passes, little stepping stones. And we tried to overplay a little bit and look for these, I can't call them wonder balls, but percentage balls where if they come off, they're a good ball. If not, you're giving the ball away. Basildon's got the ball forward well, used the front men well, and the back four cleared a lot of stuff. So, but we grew into the game first 20 minutes, and we were certainly on top within 20 minutes, creating chances. But the chances we're getting, you know, good chances. Reece was just taking a little bit too long, where it was kind of, you needed to be quick on it. You couldn't kind of take a touch. But we had 4 or 5 good chances. Reece had a couple. Levi should have scored. So going into the latter part of the half, we should have been like at least 2 up. But that's football. We weren't. Basildon had some decent players out there, so we had to be aware of that. They did get forward well, and their set pieces were good. Corners, set pieces, they've got a lot of height in there. The captain's a very tall player, the 2 centre halves, they've got a big fella up front, so we had to be aware of that. And I thought we defended them quite well, really. The last 5-10 minutes and a half, we had to deal with that. Second half was much of the same, but as I said, I told them to shorten the passes up on the pitch like that, keep the work rate up. That kind of midfield trio of Ollie, Josh and Tyler gave us a lot of energy, a lot of legs. So I was pleased about that. We know the front men are struggling for goals at the moment. First goal come literally just not far, 7 or 8 minutes after half time. Corner came in, Tyler met it well. Fantastic to get him back, as we know. And fantastic for him to get a goal. Took his header well. And then, apart from that, we were pretty comfortable, I thought, you know, we tried to keep the ball in a difficult service. They made some changes. And they got back into the game, but then we had 2 chances, one from Callum and another one, I'm not sure who, I think it was a good save made, that we should have put the game to bed. So then you go into that kind of last 10 minutes and you put yourself under pressure. So with a 1-0 slender lead, they're going to throw things out, and they did. They had a few half chances. Christian had to bring off a couple of saves, but their keeper pulled off some good saves as well. Then just before the end, we could have put the icing on the cake. Alfie Paddington came on last 10 minutes, put a delicious cross to the back post for Tony, and a bit like the one against Harrison Parkinson. Confidence is everything. 9 times out of 10 he buries both headers, because he was not quite at match pace yet. He's getting into it. He didn't, he put both over the bar. But listen, he's a quality player. His record says it all. He will come good. He's a good lad. He's an intelligent player, and that would have helped us out. Then we had another chance where we should have scored, but we saw the game out well. And it was a difficult pitch, difficult game. There, he's brought some good players in, Michael. So I think we did well to get the win.
So, as fans, you may know the half was delayed by about 15 minutes in the second half. Everybody at Bucksteel wishes the steward well that was taken ill at the game. Moving on to the next thing, we've played Hullbridge today. This is when this update has been filmed. We were quite unlucky against them last season. You weren't there to view our 1-1 draw when Archie put in a goal on the Premier League day. But also we visited Hullbridge, and unfortunately lost 1-0 for a late penalty. I think today will be a true chance to show the side to the league, and sort of there are players demanding to play for the club, and that's why sort of Levi has come back into the side.
Levi's come back in the side because we lacked a bit of pace down the wings. Like I say, we were like Reece and Tony gives us a lot of experience, but we just lacked. Tyler's come in as well, but Levi's come in and him or 𝗕𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 had a very good first half against Harwich. We just lack a bit. Since we've lost Tyrese, we've lacked a bit of pace. So I felt that we, myself and Taylor, felt that we needed that little bit of pace injection. He's a big lad. He's strong. Sometimes his first touch lets him down, but he did well. He got into good areas. Really, he should have scored a couple. So we brought him in last season very quickly. I don't want to go over old ground. It was a draw all over it until they got a penalty at the end. Never a penalty, but listen, you have to take that. So I'd be screaming and shouting as much as they did, nicking a 1-0 in the last minute. They came here. I wasn't here. I watched the highlights of it. I think 1-1 was it was a fantastic day for the club. Big crowd down here. The Premiership trophy. I think 1-1 was probably the fair result, but we did have a lot of the ball, and I'm hoping we have a lot of ball today. But looking at Steve's sides, they're good footballing sides. I can just see them warming up now. They're good young lads. They've all played at a good level, and I think on a pitch like this, both sides will try and play football. So both managers, myself and Steve, are hoping for a positive result. I think we can certainly go up 2 or 3 levels. Definitely, I think that's in us. I'm looking for that today, and like you said, competition for places is going to be tight. I've got some other players I'm looking at the moment. I've been offered from higher levels to come in. Again, I still think pace-wise we lack a little bit, but let's see how we get on today. I'm quite positive for the game, and we'll go from there.
Final things, Mark. September's a big month for the club. We start with an away trip to Woodford Town. It's a repeat of last year in the FA Youth Cup, and it's a chance for some young stags to sort of possibly get a look in and a bit of a shine that they could possibly put into the first team. And also with a trip to Harwich and 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 coming here as well, it's going to be a month where we could pick up some points and we could see us drop some points. What are your sort of views on the month coming ahead?
Yeah, the FA Youth Cup's fantastic for the club. We've not been very lucky with draws this season. Away in the FA Vase, and again away in the Hoddesdon the next round, away in the FA Cup, away in the Essex Cup. But it's a good thing for the FA. We played Woodford here last season and beat them. Great game of football, really end to end. So it'd be good. We've got 2 under-18 teams this season. First time, I think, for a very long time, 10, 15 years. One is a lot of second-year boys run by Kevin and Mark. The other one's run by Paul and Evans. That were didn't have a good a season at 16s, 15s. They won a lot of stuff. Won Essex Cup, won the league. So we've got some good sets of boys. 2 of the boys playing in the team. Not giving away too much, but Alfie Edmonds and Billy Humphries both play first team football, and there's some other boys in there training the first team. So we're looking to see what they can do. We have tried to bring some of them in pre-season. A couple of them were a little bit overwrought by it. It's okay playing little friendly games against lower teams. When you start playing good sides, the physicality comes into it, and they do panic on the ball a little bit. But that'll come with experience. We've got some cup games. It's a shame that the 𝗕𝗨𝗖𝗞𝗛𝗨𝗥𝗦𝗧 trophy isn't on this year, because I always like to use that, bring some youngsters in. And I look at the League Cups thinking, and there's no weak teams in the league, but I look at the teams and I think, you know what, I can put a couple on the bench there. Saltower Hamlets doesn't really give me that option. No. It's not fair on them to come in a game like that. They're a strong physical side. They're not going to learn anything by playing them. So hopefully in the other cup draw, do we know who got the other cup draw? They only done the first round.
No,
we don't know. So yes, I'm really looking forward to the youth cup. I hope the boys do well. And then another trip to Harwich. They play a certain way. We've got to get used to the way they play. Pitch quite a direct team, but if it works, it works. And then very difficult games coming up against 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. We're supposed to play Romford, which is pushed back to the 1st of October. But then we play Hoddesdon, which looks like it could be on a Friday night. And then I'm not sure, 28th. Who have we got 28th? I think it's Housted, isn't it?
Yes,
I think Housted away. So it's listen. Every month's an important month. And I've changed my mindset a little bit, whereas I'm looking at games thinking, we're playing Benfleet, we're playing Frinford, you can't look at it like that. Every game's a difficult game. Got a lot of respect for every team in it. Whereas, and no disrespect to Clacton, as much as they went down, they beat us here. Ignore the positions in the league at the moment. They mean nothing, right? We're 4 or 5 games in. Let's have a look where we are by November, December. First time, I think, for a long time, did it probably towards the end of the last season, that I've kept the same size I did last week. I mean, there's no cliche, you keep the same side the winning, but they did well, so I don't feel the need to change it. Discussions with Ted and Taylor. So yeah, looking forward to the month. And like I say, we've as much as we play good football, you've got to work hard as well.
Yeah, Mark, thank you for your time.
Cheers,
as always, we'll see you soon.